Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing makeup for my Instagram. I'm feeling really glowy skin and a minty green moment and I really want to use this. So yeah, let's do it. I do have my ring light on, which does make my lighting a bit off. I don't like it as much, but it is a really dull day outside, so it's not bright enough. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is tie my hair out of my face. Ignore the massive hair bobble I have. Do you know what? We're just going to tie like the back bit. Okay, so that is my hair really shadily tied up, but hey, it's out of my face, I don't really care. So I think I'm going to start with my eyes, or should I do my skin first? If I get fallout, no. Right, okay, we're doing our eyes first. I'm not risking no fallout. So the primer that I'm going to use on my eyes is the bperfect Perfect and Prime. Okay, that is my eyes all primed. I think I might zoom you in a bit. Okay, nice and up close and personal now. So I think the palette I'm going to use today is going to be the bperfect Carnival XL Pro palette. It's got a really bright green shade called Ecstasy at the bottom here, which I'm kind of feeling. I'm actually going to start by going in with this brush here. This was actually off one of those Amazon brush sets that I have, but it's stained green, so it is my green brush. And I'm going to start by taking the shade Hype, which is this kind of darker green shade, and I'm just going to pack it into my crease. It was so weird yesterday, for the first time I think since I started like my channel and started like putting myself online and all that crap. I actually went out and I saw people that I knew and I like froze. I didn't even know, like, I don't know how I'm going to cope when we go back to normal, because I froze so scared that people were going to make fun of me for doing this, like my makeup stuff and my channel and all that. I just, ugh. This is such a beautiful shade, I love it. This is actually a really nice brush for in your crease. I'll see if I can find a link for this brush set. I don't know if it's still available, but if it is, I'll try and link it down below. That's another thing that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start trying to link products that I use in my description, because I feel like that's what YouTubers do, right? So once I have that in the kind of shape that I'm after, I'm just going to take that brighter green shade called Ecstasy, and I'm just going to blend it along the top edge. Right, so next up I'm going to cut my crease. So to do that I'm actually going to use the plouise base and hint of mint and just create a half cut crease. I love half cut creases, they are by far my favourite. I'm sure everyone that follows me on Instagram has started to notice that. I actually feel so like bad for doing so many half cut creases because I feel like they must be so boring, but then at the same time I'm like, they're my favourite, so why would I not? Okay, so I'm just taking that on this little brush here. This is the Urbandecay Naked Palette brush. I've taken a lot of my old eyeshadow brushes out of my drawer and honestly I wasn't using them because they were too much to clean. But yeah, since I started like doing makeup like every day, I've noticed myself running out of brushes so much more quickly. So yeah, I've taken a lot of brushes out of retirement. Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to take our little brush again that's stained green, and I'm just going to start packing the shade right up against that base. I swear I can hear people like talking outside, but it's a crappy day and I've not seen anyone pass our house all day. Dear anyone who lives up here that turns their car in my driveway, I'm seriously sick of your crap. Seriously, anyone, if any one of you turn your cars in my driveway, stop it, I hate it. Okay, I don't know what I want to do. I'm tempted to take this. This is the Sephora, I think it's a glitter, or is it called like a single shadow? I'm not really sure what it's called, but it looks like this. It's so pretty. I don't know if you can order Sephora from the UK. I feel like you can, but Abby got me this when she was in Canada, so do I use this or do I put something green on there? And do we go green? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I might mix it right. I have a palette in mind, BRB. I did not think through getting up, but I'm not going to be able to get comfy again. So the palette that I actually went and got is the one by Juvia's Place, the Zulu palette. So I think I'm going to take the green out of here probably, and maybe even mix it with that Sephora glitter and just see where we end up. I'm just not comfy anymore, like I shouldn't have stood up. Like, I'm going to use this little brush here. This is a tiny little flat brush. I actually do use it for cut creases quite a lot. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush. It is tiny, but I'm hoping it's going to work. So just taking that green shade from the Juvia's Place palette, I'm going to start packing that on. I'm just going to take that darker green matte colour again and just make sure it's blended. I'm actually going to pack on a little bit of the shade Nuke, the dark green from the bperfect palette, and just try and deepen this up a little bit. Okay, now that this eye is at this stage, I'm going to quickly dip off camera and do the same to this eye. And then I think we'll come back and see just what's going on. Okay, now that my eyes are at the same stage, I think I'm going to go and do my skin and then come back to the eyes and see where we're at. Yeah, okay, let me zoom you out again. Okay, to start with my skin, I'm going to moisturise using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Moisturiser. I've been using this for years and it's the same bottle. It is so good. The only thing about it is my spray bit's broken, so I just have to kind of scoop it out, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you know, what can you do? Okay, for primer I'm going to go in using my Revolution Hydrate primer. I use this all the time. Right, came to the decision that I wanted to use a different foundation today. So today I'm actually going to be mixing two foundations. I'm going to be mixing the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Fresh Wear foundation and also the Ordinary Coverage foundation. Just taking a pump of each on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to mix it and then just dot it on my face. I love mixing my foundations. It's one of my favourite things to do. Some of the best combinations are mixed, I swear. Then to blend that out, I'm just using the same Real Techniques brush that I always use. Honestly, I can't get over how flawless that Ordinary foundation makes your skin, because it is that slightly more matte formula, which I don't normally go for, which is kind of why I like mixing it with other things. Yeah, it's a really good foundation if you've got oily skin, but for me, I always mix it, so it just gives that kind of in between. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to go in with my Morphe concealer. Then when I want really full coverage, I use this brush to blend it out. It's the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH08. Does anyone else just have the weirdest of songs going through their head sometimes that you actually like scare yourself? I don't even know what song it is. I feel like it's off a Scooby-Doo movie, which I've not watched in years, so that is so random. Does anyone else watch Scooby-Doo, like the Spooky Island one? It's out of that, I swear down. I'm just going to quickly set under my eyes before they start creasing, and for that I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. Just focusing on setting my under eyes only at the moment. Okay, and now I'm going to cream bronze. So the cream bronzer that I'm going to use is the Revolution Conceal and Define concealer in the shade C13.5, which, I mean, it's not perfect, but I seriously cannot find my right shade in anything for cream contour, so I just apply it on my forehead, down my side of my face, nose, under my lip, and then I sometimes dot a little bit like that. Okay, and then to blend that out I use the Real Techniques contour brush. Then I just like to take my foundation brush and kind of pat over my cream contour to just kind of blend it in with the rest of my foundation. Then I'm just going to take my powder brush again and finish setting everywhere that I used the concealer. Okay, Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is bronze. So the bronzer that I've been loving recently is this one by Ofra, the Samantha March bronzer duo in the shade River, and it's half glowy, half matte. I don't know if that's like obvious or not, but it is gorgeous on the skin. I put my bronzer on using the Morphe E4 brush and I just mix both the shades. Okay, so I'm actually going to carve out underneath my bronzer a little bit. I don't always do this, but I'm kind of feeling like I went a bit too low. Okay, I don't like to leave that on for too long, so I'm just gonna wait a couple seconds and I like to just brush it off. Okay, blush now. I'm gonna use the Milani Baked Blush in the shade corallina, not really sure what you say. This is brand new. I actually only got this the other day, but I really like it, although if you've not used these before, they are pigmented, so you're gonna want to tap them off. Okay, so at this stage I'm feeling like I need to kind of put a little bit of something on my face, so I'm going to use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray just to give myself a little bit of hydration. Whew. That feels good. Okay, highlight now. I think for my highlight I'm going to use my Soph Revolution highlight palette. Okay, so for this I'm actually going to mix a couple of shades. I'm going to mix the kind of dark gold with the kind of purpley silvery shade. Do you guys see that glow? Like, oh my god. Whew. That is some serious highlight. This highlight is just crazy and it is £10. Makeup Revolution and Soph's collection is just the best. I mean, their lipstick was my favourite for a long time. Yeah, highly recommend. Okay, I'm going to quickly nip off camera and do my eyebrows and then we will finish our eyes. Okay, that's my eyebrows done. I used the Benefit Brow Zings and the 24-hour brow setter. So to finish off my eyes, I'm going to run, I think the shade Nuke, which was like the really dark green shade that we used before, underneath my lash line. Okay, I'm just going to stick on some lashes. So I'm going to stick on the Lunar Angel lashes in the style Haze. I just stick these on using the Duo Lash Glue, which is gone. Why do I lose everything? So yeah, just the Duo Lash Glue, putting a thin band of glue along the lash band. Making sure to put a little bit more lash glue kind of on the outer and inner corner, because that's where your lashes are going to come off first. So you just want to have like a little extra protection. The mascara I'm using at the moment is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye False Lash Mascara. Okay, so that is my eyelashes on. I'm quickly going to highlight my inner corner using this little glitter by Sephora. So lastly for my lips, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Cappuccino lip liner and I'm just overdrawing my lips a tiny bit, make it look like I have lips. Then on my lips I'm going to put this L'Oreal lip thing. It's the Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's the chocolate range. I genuinely cannot put my finger on what this smells like, but it smells so good. I really love the colour of that lipstick. It's probably one of my favourites, although the formula is definitely not my favourite because it is ultra matte. Because it is ultra matte and I'm not really a massive matte kind of girl, I'm actually going to use the L'Oreal Dazzle lip gloss on top of it just a little bit. Then lastly, to set this all in place, I use the Urbandecay All Nighter. Let's just sort this mess out. Okay guys, that is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and I'll be sure to do a few more of these. I am currently posting every single day on my Instagram doing a new makeup look, so I'm trying to do as many colours as possible so I can definitely film a little bit more. My cat and my mum are outside my window. What is going on, man? Okay. It's really off-putting that they're just wandering around in the garden in front of my window. Oh my gosh. Hello, young one. Did you have a nice walk? Oh, really? Casper, a minute of your time, please. Thank you. So, how are we rating my makeup today? That's quite rude if you ask me, to be honest, Kat. You have harassed me all day. I ask you one simple task to be in the end of my video and you can't even do that. Oh, goodbye then. Swear he loves me. I really do swear he loves me.